Now, you guys are probably wondering why I'm doing a video this way for the channel today. The reason why I'm doing a video, recording it this way today, I was going to do a content video of some content, but I felt like wanting to sit on my couch and record this today because I've been having a lot of back pain due to them finding nothing but arthritis in my back. But I ended up watching Colt Eastwood, who is another content creator, just like myself, a fellow content creator. And he was talking about a few things that is going to be going on over at Xbox because they're going to talk more about Project Helix, and they're going to be talking a little bit more about how that's coming out next year. As well as Asha Sharma, which I really am giving praise to her because the thing of it is, this woman took her position and she is making moves already before next year. What I mean by making moves is she is coming into that office and she is already making changes. Now, they might not be, like I said, major changes, but they're changes nonetheless. She has already lowered Game Pass. And Satya Nadella has said that they're taking fan feedback. You know, they're starting to listen to the fans a little bit more. And they're starting to take that into consideration over time. So I guess over time, they're going to start listening to their audience a little bit. And they're talking about the whole third party thing and a lot of that stuff. Now, the thing of it is, I don't know how much of that is legit, how much of that is true. I am not sitting here basically claiming that I am like a major reporter because honestly, I share my thoughts and my opinions about how I feel about it. Honestly, at the end of the day, Xbox is going to do what they want to do because it's their company. At the end of the day, decisions are going to be reached and made based off of the metrics and based off of what they see and the engagement. Now, most of all, as long as us players are like raising our engagement and playing things that are out there, that's what's going to have them take notice. Is the amount of players playing the games that are on the systems. The more that they see that, that is what they're going to follow. Yeah, and that's what they're looking for. Because when you think about it, these studios designing all these games that are coming out this year, they're going to watch how many people are buying them up. They're going to watch how many people are buying Xbox games. They're going to pay attention when GTA 6 sales come in. They will be paying attention when the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 sales come in. They're going to watch those. And they're going to see how many players and how big of a player base is going to be on those games. Even Amy Hood and Satya Nadella will be watching that, along with Asha Sharma, Matt Booty, and everyone will be watching those because they're going to see how much players will engage with each of those games, even the others. My opinion, where I think that something should happen, okay? They should make crossplay. Crossplay, in my opinion, would be an awesome thing because it's never been really truthfully tested nor done. to where people could play with other people on different platforms. Because the thing of it is, everybody has their own system. You got Nintendo Switch, where people play on the Nintendo network. You got PlayStation, where people play on the PSN network. Same goes for Xbox, and their network. So I think it'd be a cool thing for the first time to try and see if that could ever be a thing. Another thing, all right, on the Xbox, as a streamer, you can only stream the Twitch, and that's it. Now, honestly, I think for a first time groundbreaking thing, that it would be nice to have the option to stream to Facebook or to stream to YouTube directly. Because the thing of it is, when you go and you have to get a certain amount of subscribers, like for YouTube, in order for you to reach the amount of subscribers you have to reach in order to get live through your phone or any device that you record on, you have to have up to 50 subscribers before they would even let you do lives on any device. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to record through my phone. I like to post up for you guys on my channel like that. But the hard work and dedication that it takes, besides me having to go to doctor's appointments and other things I have, like, I do not try to ignore you guys. Like tonight, Mag's going to be doing his show about 8:45, maybe 9 o'clock. So I don't try to cut into other people's time, especially when it is a streamer who I watch as well. So I try to do what I can by doing shorts, posting them up. I try to get videos like this out where I discuss different things and how I feel and all that, and put my opinions out there. Now, I appreciate you guys that click like, share, comment. You guys mean the world to me. This community I have built with you guys since I've been on this channel has made a difference. So if you guys can continue to help me out to raise that up, help me out to just continue by sharing your thoughts, your opinions, clicking like, sharing this. If you like content that is provided on the channel, it is optional, but you can hit the subscribe button. It'll help me out a lot as I go on this journey of trying to get it live, where I don't always have to post a video up for all of you, to where you guys can join me live anytime I fire up my Xbox and we go and do games live. And always, you guys can feel free to tell me in the comment section if there's games that you like. Because I do have a lot of games. I would just have to look through my games and see what I got. I'd have to look through them and see what games I got in my library. But truthfully, I would like to see cross-gen for video games. And I would love to also see where you have the option to stream to YouTube and to Facebook, and to do it through your console, like your X and S console, even in the future, where you would have that same option from the Helix, even PlayStation 6. Because the thing of it is, come those generations of systems, there's going to be so much more capable hardware that's going to be in these systems that I don't think these systems are going to struggle. And most of all, if this ends up finding Satya Nadella or Amy Hood or Asha Sharma I hope you guys hear me that these are things you might consider. Because honestly, these could be groundbreaking for the first time ever if you do cross gen. Um, if you end up considering a couple of these things, such as the Facebook thing and YouTube and stuff like that, because it would open a few more doors. These are some things that I think would also bring more fans to the brand. Because the thing of it is, I think that it would just help a lot more players to connect with other players. Plus, it would give streamers another platform to be able to reach. And it would help streamers like myself to be able to cater to other people out there. Instead of just sharing to the platform and sharing, oh, I'm going live, come and join me over here. Yeah, I get the competition. Yeah, and I get the whole thing about the competition and why you don't do it because, you want to have competition and stuff like that. So you want to keep it shut out that way. But the thing of it is, the future moves fast. And the thing of it is, too, eventually you're going to have to come up with new ideas, new ways of doing things. Especially when it comes to gaming, games in general, hardware differences, because people are going to want a different experience. Because as you bring out these new systems, you bring out games for these systems, people are looking for that next big thing. They're looking for that huge change. That change that's going to make them say, I'm investing in this because I saw the change that you made. I'm going to invest in this because you did something that was unthinkable. You did something remarkable that makes me want this. Because the thing of it is, if you're making something quality, and if you're doing something that no one else ever has done, that's how you capture your audience. That is how you end up making yourself the biggest and boldest company. Because you do something that no one else thinks of. That's where you're going to capture your audience at. And that's where you're really going to get your business to grow even more and to become the top dog. Because if you're not changing with the way that the times are and evolving, then you might as well be prepared to sink. Because you're not going to swim, you're going to sink. Because in this world today, as fast as it changes and as quick as it turns over and over again, like I said, things get stale, people get bored, they move on, they find something else. It's the same as a video game. If you don't make a video game to where people want to play it for hours and hours, then people are going to get bored, walk away from it, and it'll just sit there. Nobody will engage in it because it's not interesting enough. It's not something that grabs a hold of them. That's where you're going to get the people. Because if you get this game that is just so addictive and the person picks it up, grabs their control, and says, I can't set my controller down. This is just way too addicting for me. That is where you're going to capture your people. That is where you're going to get people addicted. and want them, that's going to make them want to just keep playing and not stop. That's what you need to do in order to really, really get an audience. And I really believe in quality entertainment in everything you do. So I think when it comes to all your games, accessories, your hardware, your software, you need to have the best quality product. Because if you don't, you're not going to sell. And I think that's where Asha Sharma knows that, because her years as a CEO, working for Meta, doing the work over at Meta, then going to Instacart, and now at Microsoft, she's bold. I have seen so far, just within a few months or less, making moves quicker than any other boss. So Godspeed for her. And hopefully she can get the job done where no one else could. But what I'm looking at is Xbox going to come back to Xbox? Are they going to be able to bring the quality back that Xbox once had? Or is it just going to be a fever dream? Because truthfully, if they start doing things that they never done before, and I'm not saying it doesn't have to be exclusive games. It can also be cross-gen. It can also be maybe looking into streaming services, other ones like YouTube, Facebook, getting something like that together with them. You know, just doing something that has never been done as a way to shock people. Because if you bring a shock factor, that is what's going to make people stand up and say, whoa, this is cool. You know, this is awesome. That is where you're going to engage your audience. Because you need to bring a shock factor in order to really get people to stand up and take notice now. Because we're living in different times. A different year, different times, a whole different world. So now you have to do things that really will shake people to their core. That is going to bring things that has never been seen and never been done. But I wish the best of luck, you know, to Amy Hood, Satya Nadella, Asha Sharma. Bring the shock factor. Show basically to your audience and show basically that you have what it takes to bring that shock factor, that shock value. Do something that Xbox has never done. You know, make sure that you definitely can get this thing and get Xbox back. But I am a fan through and through. I will always bleed green. Because Xbox has been cool. I've played PlayStation, so I've been on both sides before. I'm not downing PlayStation by any means necessary. They're just as good. The only thing is Xbox has been able to handle single player and multiplayer. Because the fact is they know how to do it. I'm not dissing on anyone when it comes to that. Most of all, though, I'm looking forward to what the future holds. And I'm hoping that whatever the future holds in it, that we are going to start seeing the actual value brought back to the Xbox and to the gaming industry, period. as a whole, not a half, but a whole. And it would be nice to see YouTube being involved where you can have other ways to stream to it. It would be nice to have Facebook where you can stream to it through your system. It would make it easier for streamers like myself. I don't speak for everyone, but these are just some opinions of mine. So I figured I would jump on here and share them with you. I figured I would let you guys know what is going on. I wanted to get a video out just in case. I ended up not getting one out. I will eventually get back to game recording because I did have a lot of things that I had to do, and then eventually more appointments are coming up. And I do want to try to visit with my mother eventually. Yeah, I'm popping on family because you know how that is. When family doesn't see you, they kind of worry about you. So I wanted to make sure to get this out with my thoughts and opinions for all of you. But most of all, hopefully we start getting a lot of changes for the good. And we start seeing them implemented. But I don't think we're going to start seeing a lot of changes implemented in this year. I really do see it happening next year instead of this year. But the way Asha Sharma is jumping on things, way to go, girl. Keep jumping on it. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Question the studios. Shake things up. Because that's what that company needs. It needs to be shook to its core. So you can find out whatever that company needs and whatever changes need to be made. Because you're doing the right thing, Asha Sharma. I believe that for a fact. So, and Satya Nadella, I don't know if you may end up seeing this, but hopefully you understand what Asha Sharma is trying to do. Because honestly, as a fan of Xbox, I'm just hoping that eventually you guys might find a way, for YouTube and Facebook to be more involved. Because I love streaming. I love going on YouTube. I love being a part of the YouTube community, streaming, putting videos up like this. I love doing this for a living. So again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if you can help by subscribing, please, if you can help by sharing this, clicking like if you enjoyed this, and if you enjoy all the content that goes up, I would appreciate the support. It means a lot. I try my best to work hard with whatever equipment that I use, whether it's my cell phone or my basic PC in the house. I run my Xbox Series X, which you could see how nice the graphics are to that. Plus, I run a high-speed internet system that runs about 13,000 megabytes per second. So it's a nice internet setup. But most of all, at the end of my videos, what I always say is, Top Gamer out.